Hello, Internet! You wanted it, so you got it! It's Fanfiction Contempt Theater 9003 with your host, SneakyDevil. We got Atin and Max Force in the call. As usual, are you happy now, Max? You finally got the as usual.
What?
Yeah, about a year and a half ago, I introduced Atin as usual. He's here, and you complained about not getting the as usual.
Pretty sure that was a bit we did on the spot.
I know.
I don't.
I am referencing the bit.
Why is your Sneaky? Why is it that for the important stuff your memory is absolute shit, but for the trivial, like non-essential stuff, like Max did a bit a year and a half
I
ago,
will remember everything except what I need to remember.
Like, what is wrong with you? What goes on in your head?
Except the
Oh, come on now, Max. That's a dark place neither of us wants to go.
Alright, so I actually have no idea what we're gonna do today because I have just really had no fucking patience at all today. So I didn't really sit down and figure shit out at all.
You perish the thought.
You know what? Just because you said that, we're doing Naruto Sword Art Online.
Ha! I hate both of those properties.
I know.
And yet, SAO games are mildly entertaining.
Yes,
Mildly.
they are. They have mildly decent gameplay. That doesn't mean their stories aren't the piles of shit the anime was.
You know, I'm actually honestly really disappointed that they removed Kirito's gender swap. Kirito's canonical gender swap.
I still don't think that was canonical. I think the person that was reading those was just full of it.
It was... maybe. Maybe not.
Look, I've tried doing the research for it. It never turns up
Look,
anything fruitful. Maybe tonight will be different.
I still... Let me believe. I want it to be true.
You want it to be... Oh my god.
I want Kirito to suffer, okay? Let me have it.
Hasn't he suffered enough by
No.
being one of the most cardboard cutout
No, that...
protagonists out there?
He has suffered enough when I said he suffered enough. Anyway, of course, as always, the fic can be found in the Discord. Speaking of which, Max, has Twitch pinged you yet that we're live?
Yeah, it did that a while ago.
Oh, excellent. So everyone that follows me, all 130 people, have been pinged that we're live. Interesting. Interesting. Anyway, so this is Sword Art Online Naruto crossover called Naruto, the Godly Beater by XX Uzumaki 45 XX. Boy, that brings back some fucking memories from Xbox Live.
Sorry, what are we looking at? What?
What?
Some idiot's
Oh.
username, Max.
Their
Oh,
username,
God.
the uppercase X, lowercase X, like...
Haven't seen that. Years. Haven't seen that in years.
I haven't heard that
Actually,
name in
no, honestly, we
years.
probably saw it sometime in the last 3 months on fanfiction, and we just ignored it.
Yeah.
'cause
We probably blotted it
We
out.
ignored it
though.
because it causes painful memories.
This is a
we just tuned
repost.
it out.
This is a repost due to publishing errors. What? Uzumaki Naruto, the child of prophecy, did not expect it to end quite like this. For with Sasuke gone, and with the power of the Rakudo Sennin, watch as Naruto turns the world of Sword Art Online upside down. On the adventure through the 100 floors, he makes his way to the top with love and friendship. Warnings. godlike Naruto, romance adventure, and the ultimate sin, Naruto times Asuna.
Again, one of the few good things that SAO did well, and people like to just stomp all over that for some reason.
Also, probably this is by far one of the most infuriating things I've ever encountered when it comes to a crossover. Is this goes for Dot Hack 2, is when characters like Naruto end up in the SAO world, not the SAO IRL world, but literally in Sword Art Online or Dot Hack, and have their powers still. It's like, no, they literally couldn't. Their powers do not exist in the game.
The only universe that gets a pass, the only story that gets a pass with that was the
Log Horizon?
It was that shitpost one. The shitpost SAO one where they're just like, yeah, the cardinal system's just crashing hard.
Is this the one where he's One Punch Man?
No,
No, it's the one where all of his it's the one where he's
it's Saint Infernal Neos, SAO, the Arrow J game.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. He gets the gamer power in a video game. It's like, oh no.
And
Yeah.
No.
And it's a dating
it's
sim.
a massive hard shit post, and I love it.
It's an absolute shit post. I love Saint Infernal Neos. He's like the only gem of the entire SAO section, besides Monochrome Duet. Monochrome Duet's also really good.
His English still needs.
Holy cow! I'm sorry, Sneaky. Stop the presses. Guess what got updated? Ability Draft.
Wait. Holy I haven't played Ability Draft in years.
Is this a Dota thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, that's not the point.
Ugh.
We'll get to that afterwards. Anyway,
Yeah.
That's not the point.
Mr. Infernal Neos still needs to work on his English.
Yeah, his English isn't the best, but his ideas are very funny, and he's pretty good at implementing them.
Yeah, his ideas and the way he implements them are just very fun. Like,
but
I like he goes with the thing of like, no, it's just a massive bug out, and the AI doesn't like it.
And like, it's very infuriating because it's like they literally can't have those powers. It's like, oh no, literally they can't have those powers. It is physically impossible for Naruto to have chakra in SAO, or for Harry Potter to have magic in SAO, because I've seen a lot of those stories too, where they're just like, oh, well, Harry's got magic in SAO, and that changes things. It's like, he literally fucking can't. It is a digital world.
Anything that Kaiba Akihiko.
Not only that. It's a digital world that uses a preset number of textures, meshes, attacks. Like you.
Well, sort of.
No.
The problem is that the cardinal system is able to adapt and make new content, including new weapons and dynamic quest lines and all kinds of bullshit.
Well, yes, but it has to be given those resources as a base. It sort of like how Bethesda
eventually. Well, okay, theoretically, eventually it could result in Naruto being able to use chakra, but not at the start.
No, literally not at all though, because they would have no base for as to why Naruto would have chakra.
No, like eventually the system may be like, what if we introduce, well, okay, this is more from the Sword Art Online progressive novels,
right,
where the author's like, what if I actually built this world that people loved so much?
Oh,
what
right,
if I actually write, and it turns out when he's not shitting them out on a monthly basis, he's a pretty good author.
Yeah. Well, he's also improved significantly in his time. And it's like, it's not that magic doesn't exist, it's that magic disappeared. Like,
Right.
there's a quest line where it's
And
like, there
yeah.
are hints that magic used to exist. And it's like, okay, well, maybe at some point the cardinal system decides, what if I try implementing magic and just starts watching a bunch of shit on the internet to try and figure out what systems use.
Hidden quest to unlock
but it
magic
would not-
for a person.
it
Yeah,
would
yeah.
not
No,
occur
guys,
at the
here's the
start
best
of the
thing.
game. It would be like midway through year 1 at the earliest.
The cardinal system decides it wants magic, and then it sees on the internet that everybody loves Sanderson's magic systems.
Oh, that would be fucking awful. Jesus Christ. Rip everyone.
Oh god, Max, can you imagine they go into the boss raid and the boss is just like, and I'm pulling all the steel weapons to me now.
Help me remember, what is Sanderson's system?
Sanderson's a very hard-coded system that uses metals and elements and shit like that.
Oh no, he's got like 4 or 5 magic systems, all of which have
Oh.
their own very distinct set of rules.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah, no.
No. They're from different worlds. Like, they're literally from different worlds.
No, that's fine and all, but no, seriously, fuck that. Cardinal system's gonna start throwing them all together in this obnoxious mishmash.
Honestly, I think the worst thing for players would be it implementing the Morrowind spell creation system.
Oh no! No, Sneaky, they should not have that power.
Sneaky.
Hold on, guys! I figured if I casted a spell on myself and then soul trapped, it makes the spell permanent! Ah!
Okay, Sneaky. How's this? A shit post in which, oh, that's weird. The enemy AI has been really dumb for the last, 3 weeks. I wonder what's up. Cardinal System has been playing Oblivion, Morrowind, and Skyrim nonstop to research magic systems.
To be fair though, I would be pretty much fine with the Apocalypse magic system being added from Skyrim. It's this massive 250 spell mod that basically overhauls the entirety of the Skyrim magic system and how it operates.
Is that one of the mods that wasn't updated for special edition?
Oh no, it was.
Oh wow,
it was.
Okay, wow, good on that author.
And it's all really custom effects too, like summoning bridges to bridge gaps.
That was the best. It's like
summoning walls and shit. Oh my god,
want a
so
bridge?
fucking
Have
good.
a bridge.
Oh, so good.
Warframe.
You don't live with the archmages. Fuck you. Don't know why at me, Noir. Anyway, the nose hair for some reason is just faffing about in our chat, but not in our chat.
I can disconnect them if you want.
No, he's our only viewer. Don't do it.
I meant from Discord.
Send him to the Shadow Realm, Sneaky.
Oh, how SAO gets worse. Shadow Realm update.
Isn't that just the 4Kids update?
Oh.
I figured out the problem,
Sneaky,
by the way, why my mic wasn't turning on.
Sneaky, here's how you do it. You start so that they're on floor 99. They've cleared floor 99. They beat boss 100. And Kaiba's like, I'm having way too much fun. Shadow Realm! Beat all the bosses again, kids!
Oh, the final thing is a boss rush.
Oh god, that
I felt like making you guys.
that would be
here.
Kayaba. I feel like Kayaba might actually do that if they ever actually got to him at floor 100. Just be like, I was going to let you fight me, but I felt some nostalgia is in order.
No, Sneaky, it's
boss
worse. All the bosses up to floor 95 are now just free roaming on floor 99. There is no.
Oh god.
Oh boy. It's like floor 100, there's only one enemy. It's just Kayaba. But you've got to get through a floor that's just a bunch of bosses that are now just field enemies. Have fun.
Have fun fighting every single boss at once, by the way. Oh hey, I also upgraded them all.
I feel like that's an AU I can get behind. But anyway, so back to my rage about this fucking retardation. I see a lot of...
Can we go back to dreaming up half-decent ideas, please? So much better.
You know, I on one hand, I would really love for an animator to watch us so we could get those animated moments that make everyone super popular on YouTube. But in all honesty, if I had to pick, I would rather a quality author watch us and just be like, hey, that fanfic idea is pretty good, and then they go out and fucking write it. That would be like very meta for us, and then we can go review it and continue the meta,
And then just
and then lose that author as a viewer.
That's not our fault they wrote it badly. You need to quit dying. It's very rude.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're the one making me laugh. You know what happens when I laugh.
The death of all worlds?
Not yet. I'm working up to that. Not enough perk points.
Is that why you secretly are dying? You took about 1,000 negative modifiers that you could get close to the perk points required for end of the world?
Well, you know how it is in 3.5, my dude. You gotta take those flaws. You gotta really
take
keep
every
those,
single flaw
just
so you can
every
get every single
fucking
perk.
flaw possible.
Here's the thing, though. I get what you're saying. What I'm gonna do, so I gotta finish running my group through the adventure box because I gave them because don't take this the wrong way, they're nice people, but they seemed real shaky on the combat. So before I threw them into the beginner box, I was like, "There's an arena fight to see who's worthy of going to this quest," which was my excuse to make them learn the combat.
Right.
Which makes sense.
Oh, speaking of which, how did they handle the oiled up human racists?
No, they're round 2.
Oh, okay.
Round 1 was the beginner box team,
Ah.
which is actually a pretty well balanced team, and they had some trouble with.
Yeah, so I gave Atin the...
I have a lot of questions, and I'm not sure I want to ask them.
I gave Atin help with his D&D game, and he was like, "Oh, I want to make like a party and have them like fight it out." And I was just like,
I
"Dude,
want to
no."
make the most annoying level 1 party I can, was my exact
And so I introduced him to the idea of 4 muscular men who wear no armor, are extremely oiled up, and they're all fighters with shit tons of bonus feats.
That sounds actually horrifying.
Also, they're racist.
Also,
Just to give the 40k vibe.
I have had my questions answered.
Do you regret the
Yes.
answers you have received?
Yes.
I regret him asking.
I didn't ask. That's
There
the funny
may be
thing.
just
I
a
just said
little-
I was worried about asking, and then they were just like, "Oh, we'll just tell you anyway."
You see, they might be maybe just a teeny little bit hyper racist.
Here's the real question: are they Mechanicus racist or Ecclesiarchy racist?
Ecclesiarchy racist.
Ecclesiarchy racist. Oh, sneaky! I should make them all level 1 paladins.
No, keep them as fighters. Paladins are like garbage level
Oh, right,
1.
I forgot. Paladins don't get good in Pathfinder until 4.
Yeah.
All right, well then let's
Speaking
gauge a different
Speaking
version.
of which, man, I gotta say, like whenever I play Pathfinder and then I have to go play a different tabletop system as a spellcaster, I miss Pathfinder.
Oh god, I know.
Because Pathfinder was like, hey, that +4 modifier to your casting, you get that many bonus. That's gonna help you get bonus spells.
I know. I have some D&D stories afterwards again. It's just okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the more infuriating, the more I read about this story, the more infuriated I get, because it's like, it's one thing as Max said, it's one thing if like Naruto or Harry put the helmet on and Cardinal's like doing some fucking brain scan of them for some fuck all reason because stuff, and it's like, oh, unique energy detected, gonna try and replicate this. And then that's how they get chakra and magic added in. It's like, okay, It's fucking stupid. I hate it, but fine. But the most offensive is when, like, Harry or Naruto get teleported into the game.
You know, the cardinal system would probably stomp that out really fast as a bug.
It's like, unexpected intrusion deleted. Shortest SAO crossover ever.
Just booted back out.
It wouldn't boot them out because there's nothing to boot out. It's just unexpected
be-
data trash.
They would be yeeted from existence.
It would go, this is completely unexpected trash data. Be gone.
It would do what no one else could. Just delete them.
They survived through all this bullshit. And they die because they turned into binary.
Anyway, author's note. Okay, guys, I've been wandering the depths of my fantasies in the mines of creativity. Thinking it over again, I have finally decided to do a crossover between Naruto and Sword Art Online. It's obviously going to be a pairing between Naruto and Asuna. Yes, Naruto will be pretty much godlike in this story. However, I will make him work for it.
What?
I feel like he doesn't understand the point of the godlike trope.
And he also doesn't understand the... It's not godlike if they work for it.
No, it's not godlike if you show them working for it.
Oh, yes.
Like, if it's like, story starts like, okay, well, the end goal is by the final chapter, he has achieved godlike power, and then we'll just do another story continuing off this one.
It's like when you read the original 3 Halo books, and you're like, oh, that is why Master Chief is so fucking main character status. He like all the shit he went through, you're like, yes, this makes sense now.
I understand.
It's even worse, Underplayed. It's even worse. Naruto has chakra in SAO, and not only does he have chakra in SAO, this is Rakuto's Senin chakra in SAO.
Wait, but how?
Because fuck you.
Don't ask questions you don't know.
No.
You're not supposed to ask questions. You're just supposed to accept the world. For
Sounds
what
like
it is.
Evie,
The author
Xeon,
is
and
the
everything
only-
but name. Yeah, pretty much.
Original fiction. It's fan fiction.
Yeah, it's got
Oh,
rules.
but you don't understand. It still has the same rules as in regular fiction that they made themselves. It's clearly an
That they
original
made
story. You wouldn't
themselves.
understand. It's their own original thought that came up in their head after they watched the show and took all the characters.
Time takes place during fight between 17-year-old Naruto and Sasuke?
Are we implying Sasuke's not roughly the same age as Naruto?
I'm not really sure what the question mark is supposed to imply. And the first floor incident on Aincrad.
Is it not Sasuke he's fighting?
I don't know. For the dimension
no,
travel
he's fighting
to
Sauce_K.
XX sauce _K 420 XX
69. Blaze it.
That feels like something like. That feels like the actual way someone would spell Sasuke's name if they
Of
only
course
heard
it
the English
is.
dub, and that's it. Not even like SASU, it's SAUCE. Oh,
Yeah.
I almost miss the old internet.
I don't miss the old internet at all.
What, you don't enjoy having to deal with dial-up? What's wrong with you?
Oh, I'll just download this game. Oh, what's my download speed? 7 bytes a second. Download done in 3 months. Good. Fantastic.
What a great speed. Oh.
You don't like playing Quake at like 200 ms because fuck you. And that was with the good
implying Quake had an online mode.
What, you never played Quake online? What's wrong with you?
No, I played Quake on LAN with other computers on LAN because that's what you did back then. Because you
That's
didn't
fair.
play
Just
online.
a side note, remember people, if you ever want to play an amazing fighting game, put Dark Souls on a fucking LAN connection.
This is true. Although I guess, talking semantics, I guess you technically didn't have an online for Quake until Quake World.
Yeah.
Technically.
Yeah. You had
Still
LAN.
makes me disappointed when people are like, "Oh yeah, if you just plug Dark Souls in LAN, it is perfect because there's no longer any lag. You don't have to worry about the shitty netcode. You can appreciate these fights and their amazing hitboxing in all their glory."
Yep. Anyway, for the dimensional travel to work, I must kill Sasuke.
Wait, is this Naruto saying this?
No, this is the author's note.
Wait, what?
What?
Or, at least in this version, he dies of blood loss. But thanks to Naruto's longevity, he doesn't.
What?
Fucking... This sounds like a villain speech.
Looking forward for you guys to tell me what you think of this story, even if it's not positive. Oh. You heard it, boys!
Sneaky, no. It's not open. That does not mean open season. No.
Sneaky, it means you need to remember. It means you have to use small words and no cursing.
Oh, wait, he did the disclaimer, right?
We haven't done that in literally months.
Huh.
Also, what the fuck did you just drop in shitposts, my dude?
Someone getting angry about Horizon Zero Dawn being ported.
Yo, I heard that apparently that's getting a PC release. Like,
Oh.
I saw that tweet
Yeah,
when I was
no,
told
some-
that.
Someone broke all
I
their shit
literally
because-
said that I would play the game if it ever got a port.
Well, it does now, and
Sneaky,
someone broke all their shit because there was a port.
Sneaky, I recommend the game to you. I think you'll enjoy
Yeah.
it. I loved that game enough. I'm gonna rebuy it and play it again on PC.
I've been meaning to buy it on PS4 and I just haven't gotten around to it. Now that I know it's coming to PC, I'm not gonna bother, but I'm
Yeah,
definitely
don't-
gonna buy it on
don't-
PC.
Don't get it on PS4. Get it on the PC.
I'm gonna play that shit with a mouse and keyboard.
I don't know if it's gonna feel good with mouse and keyboard. That game is very clearly built around using a controller. Yeah, it's one of those where it's like you could try it on mouse and keyboard, but I don't know if you're gonna like it.
Fair.
It's like I won't stop you.
I
But-
probably should, but I won't.
Anyway.
I mean, listen. I've told a person before. It's like if you insist on playing Dark Souls with a keyboard, power to you.
Dude, Dark Souls,
Listen.
just FromSoft games in general are not meant for mouse and keyboard. They just
The reason I played Dark Souls with a mouse originally was because I didn't have a controller. I didn't have an Xbox controller. I couldn't plug it in.
I had a legacy Xbox controller because I used to have an Xbox, so I was just like, well, I can just plug this into my computer.
Yeah, I can get the adapter for this because it came with the Xbox. But yeah, no, like, oh well, I'll just use mouse to aim my bow and arrow. That's weird. The mouse doesn't do anything. Oh God. Oh, why does it use HAKI? Did this?
I
Who thought
forgot
that-
about that.
Who
Yeah,
thought this was a good idea?
that was rough.
Who allowed this?
The
Who
initial
allowed this?
release was real fucking rough. Max laughed his fucking ass off at me when I was trying to use the mouse and keyboard originally. I was like, I don't know. I'm pressing fucking buttons. I don't know what's going on. And he's like, just use a controller. I'm like, oh yeah, I have one of them.
Oh yeah,
Right, the first time you loaded it up, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" It's like, I can't use the camera. It's like, okay, first off, use a controller. Second, try HJKI, and then you had a small meltdown about it using That
Yeah.
being the camera controls.
Oh god, I fucking hated that. That was cancer.
And then Dark Souls 2, they wisened up and actually made the mouse usable for stuff.
But it was still ass.
I would say not very, but you know.
But you know what's even more fucked up about that? Doujin games, like homemade fan games of stuff, have been on PC for literal decades at that point.
Yeah.
The fans figured it out before the AAA companies. That's fucked up.
No, it's not fucked up. It's to be expected. AAA companies don't care about games. They care about profits. And because
And good ports don't give you profits. Do you know what does give you profits? Hiring the guy who was so fed up with your bullshit, he modded the game to fix it.
yeah, and then you
Yo,
fire him.
I'm so glad that Durante is just like, I made my own company.
Yeah.
Has he made a real game yet?
No.
No, his company's just reporting stuff to PC.
I mean, on one hand, I really am glad. We're gonna get quality ports, right?
Oh no, we already have quality ports. The Trails of Cold Steel games have all been handled by him for the PC port.
Oh.
They have amazing quality of life, like Cold Steel 2 release, and it's like, by the way, you could just tell Steam to just launch it at your most recent save instead of going through the title screen and all that. It just
Okay,
went
look,
right
I
to
mean
your
a
save.
game people will actually play. And now that I've purposely angered every single trans fan,
Shots fucking fired. Holy
I
shit.
hope
don't
your
mean that.
laptop
I
burns.
just wanted to fire the shots.
You can tell he's from Chicago.
I was a man presented with a red button.
He pressed the button.
You know what the worst
And-
part is? I'm the only Trails fan within probably a 100-mile radius of the podcast.
Probably.
To be fair, you're one of the only people within a 100-mile radius of this podcast.
No, to be fair, you're also probably the only person who's played the game.
No, I
Which
bet
might be
Isley has.
Anyway, so story start. Now that we've faffed about for about 30 minutes.
We don't have to start the story. We can keep doing that.
I'll
Just keep
admit it.
laughing About.
Naruto turned to look at Sasuke with a surprised expression. I lost. Sasuke's eyes closed for the final time. Until, of course, someone used Edo Tensei Resurrection on him. Naruto knew what had happened and just stared at Sasuke's unmoving corpse, as opposed to his moving corpse, which was later infected with the zombie virus. With wide eyes.
Because of course.
Sasuke! Naruto yelled. Naruto, he can't hear you. He's dead.
He's dead, Naruto! He's dead!
I'm sorry, Naruto. I know he meant a lot to you. The Rakudo Sennin said, appearing out of nowhere. Rakudo Gigi, please give me my right hand back so that I may bring him back. Oh! Oh, this is the post-battle scene where their arms get blown off and then the blood from their arms mixed together to make it look like they're holding their hands. And then they have gay sex.
Okay, wow.
Freudian.
Didn't
There, I
see
see.
that part of the chapter. But okay, so this is when Naruto is 18, not 17, because he turned 18 in the middle of that fucking war.
Yep. Yeah.
It's like,
So-
happy 18th
so
birthday,
already-
kid, you're dying today. Wait, what?
So already we know that the author is not a Naruto fan. Anyway,
I mean, truly, that could be a good thing.
I am sorry, but when I gave you the power of the sun and moon, I had lost the combined power that once defined me as the Rakudo Sennin.
Well, aren't you just useless, old man?
Now, I am merely filled with the natural energy around us. While I am
Yeah, there's nothing.
merely, I am merely Super Saiyan 5 now.
Yeah, he's not Super Saiyan 10. Clearly, they don't have enough power to do anything.
Merely. I can only still 1v your entire army. Merely. Oh god. Anyway. It's like if Miracle was like, I only got 10 kills. It's like, fuck you, Miracle.
No, Sneaky. It would be like if Miracle said, "Oh God, my GPM was only 880."
It was only 810.
You're throwing out a lot of words that I'm assuming makes that guy an asshole.
I
If he
mean,
said-
it's implying that Miracle talks, which he doesn't.
I mean, yes. No, Sneaky. He does talk when he's winning TI. Then he shit talks.
Yes, yes. While I am able to restore your seal, you won't be able to use its powers for a while. Probably years upon years. Arbitrarily speaking, of course. Plus, it's not able to revive those who are without a soul. Well, whoa, that's fucking... That is...
That's fucked.
Wow!
That's been
Sasuke doesn't have a soul! Jesus Christ, author.
way to throw some shade.
Wow.
That Sasuke kid don't got no soul.
That is some
that might-
fucking
that-
shade.
That
Jesus
might
Christ.
be the worst bashing I've
What
ever
the
seen of
fuck?
Sasuke ever. Just like just jump straight to no soul.
Oh, why can't you bring him back? Oh, well, you see, I'm not powerful enough. Oh, well, can I bring him back? Oh, well, you see, actually, no. Because Sasuke doesn't have a soul. It's like, fucking excuse me? No way. Besides, you still have the power of the sun within you. Insert Dark Souls joke.
Come on, Solaire. By the way,
Naruto, I would have granted you the power of the sun, but I have found a better candidate. What? Who? Praise the sun!
by the way, I just want to point out, if the Dark Souls board game didn't have the crit dice, the crit on the dice, be just the sun praise animation, I'm disappointed in them.
They don't? Or do they?
Max, you have the board game.
Oh god, it's been so long, and I'd have to go and dig it out of my closet.
SMH.
Hey, when are we gonna play that? By the way, we all have tabletop sim.
I don't know.
You just look it up.
Also, Nose Hair, you moved away from your mic.
I really do need to set aside a time to just invite my friends over, or just be like, all right, guys, this is what we're doing today.
No.
Doing nothing else except this.
We're playing Dark Souls, the board game.
No, Sneaky, you don't understand. Even with some house rules to make it even easier on them, it still took us 2 hours to do like a 4-tile dungeon.
Okay, but oh jeez.
Well, keep in mind,
Yo,
like,
that game is involved.
board games take a while.
Well, I was gonna
dude.
say, I feel like at that point we're better off just playing Kingdom Death Monster though, because that's what the Dark Souls board game is based off of.
Anyway, now, on to important matters.
Death Monster
Wait,
game.
hold on! On to important matters. Since the holder of the moon power has passed, I have chosen you to hold the moon power. Wow.
That was 2015.
Fucking talk about respect for the dead. Literally 5 seconds after Sasuke dies, Rakuto Senin shows up. This bitch ain't got no soul. Also, hey man, you want his power?
This bitch ain't got soul.
I'm sorry, what was that, Max?
The Dark Souls board game was significantly after. Also, are you sure it was based off that?
As far as I know, yes.
Um,
When you look at what they do, it's very similar. Like, Max, the way the bosses work is nearly identical.
now I will trust half of what remains of the
Okay,
moon
that
spirit within
Doesn't
you,
mean it was based
while I
off
split
of
the
it,
other half to be reincarnated.
but I don't know the
Evidently,
systems for Kingdom
you will
Death.
also need to disappear or die. What? Evidently, you will also
You
need
also
to
need to disappear, die.
What? The reason being you existing with power of sun and moon will resume the cycle. So will you accept my offer?
What cycle?
Hang on.
What?
I'm sorry. Why would Naruto holding the power of both, which was typically split between two, restart the cycle?
I don't even. I don't know. Naruto gave no hesitation in answering. Hagagoro Momomo restored his arm and saw that the seal of the sun had appeared. Yes, but what do you mean by disappear? I still harbor the powers of the Renegon, Hagagoro Momomo said, as he drew moon chakra from Sasuke's body. Oh, wait, was this a thing? Is this like a Boruto thing? Of the sun and moon chakras?
I have no idea.
Or is this some fucking cocaine-fueled author AU?
I'm not sure because I lost interest in Boruto because I saw the manga first and the manga's trash.
Moon chakra. Moon chakra. No, that's healing crystals. Naruto. Naruto moon chakra.
More healing crystals.
No, it's literally just a representation of yin and yang and symbolism, and yeah, it's literally just a symbolic thing. There is no such thing as moon chakra or sun chakra.
So it's just the author.
It's just the author on a cocaine-filled alternative universe. Yeah. Trying to explain why this is another thing that I do not understand about Naruto authors, especially like post Naruto authors, where it's like, oh yeah, Naruto became like the 11 teen tales, and it's like, but like post like Hokage Naruto, pre Hokage Naruto, Naruto the Last, even then, Naruto was beyond fucking strong. Like, he accidentally cut the moon in half with backblast.
I gotta know, how do you explain that one away? Like, like, does he just turn around and go, oh shit,
No.
was that the moon?
No. What he did was grow bigger and then hold the moon together until it stopped being in half. I'm not even kidding about that.
I don't think this is what makes me angry.
I forgot about that. I remember him breaking the moon, but I forgot how he went about fixing the problem.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you don't need to make Naruto stronger. He is already fuck you levels of strong. So, it just completely takes me out of... And, this is why I actually did originally read Fairy Tail Dragon Slayer, because he did originally just use canon Naruto, but in his now current series of stories that he does, it's like some godlike version of Naruto that's like just great at
stories.
Of course he is.
Oh, he's still making stories. When he's not being a male model, of course.
I mean, he's been writing for like 9 years or something now. So, yeah.
And you think at some point he'd have grown into a better writer.
No. I still remember that one Brazilian writer who actually got worse the longer he wrote. That was a good day.
It's always impressive when you run into those authors where it's like, well, they've got a long story. Surely it's improved. How is there not improvement?
How have you gotten worse?
Sneaky, I got almost to the very end of that Fate author thing, and like I said, his purple prose use somehow got worse instead of better.
Yeah,
Like, I
No,
don't think
see,
he understands how that's to be used.
See, the thing is that with purple prose, I can kind of understand it if nobody ever corrects them because they constantly think they have to escalate their prose. But in cases like Parcassius, who is, it's like reading a Parcassius story is like watching a train wreck in extremely slow motion because the story starts off being narrated by like I was gonna say fucking Gordon Freeman, but fucking what is his name? The black guy who does narration really good.
You're gonna need to give us more than that.
He played God in that one movie.
Morgan Freeman?
Morgan Freeman, there we go.
Jesus.
Fuck off!
He doesn't even do that
How?
much narration.
I'll grant you it's an iconic voice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So like his stories start off as if they're being narrated by Morgan Freeman, and you're like, oh man, I'm really into this. This is good. And then when he started getting paid for his stories, they started slipping down into like narrated by the author. It's an Amazon Kindle book. And you're just like, oh. Oh god.
But no, like, see, you don't understand. Remember the purple prose? Remember the prose example I gave you? It was overkill, like a sledgehammer through drywall, and I had to sit and have a moment of, but that's exactly what you use. That is the exact tool for that job.
No.
It got worse than that.
Andros, you absolute retard. There is no sun and moon chakra. There is no special moon chakra. That's what I'm shitting on. Those things don't exist. Naruto can't get them because they don't exist. The seal that he gave Naruto and Sasuke was not a power-up. It was a seal that they had to use on Kagura. The power-up was separate from that.
Honestly, I've given up talking about anything about Naruto at this point.
No, it's just Andros being a fucking retard.
No, I've just given up caring about Naruto at all. Like in the past couple years.
That has actually been the opinion of a lot of people. I still remember at my job, the one back in 2014. I was reading a very long-running Naruto story where the author was like, "Yeah, look, guys, I'm just gonna be wrapping the story up here. I basically can't care about Naruto anymore. It's over and done with, and I just hate how it ended, and so I have no motivation to write it anymore." And I was just like, yeah, the massive exodus of Naruto author writers, of people that were just like, I can't do this anymore. I liked Naruto, and then the way they ended Naruto, it was just like, okay.
It's like Bleach, where you read it until a certain point, and then stop reading it because it got shit.
Yes.
You just assume that the point where it should have ended.
See, I don't know what you're talking about because Bleach ended on a great note.
Yes.
It ended right after he powers and went to live happily ever fucking after.
As a doctor at a home clinic. Yep. Anyway,
and
I mean,
nothing else.
That is
happened.
actually what happened, though. That is exactly what happened. He did take over the clinic.
I know. I know.
Oh.
We're just kind of skipping ahead a bit.
We're just skipping everything in between him losing his powers and him taking over the clinic.
His midlife crisis.
Yeah, we're just skipping all of that.
Oh. It's a shame. 'Cause he finally found his writing stride again. They're like, "Yo, you got 3 weeks. Wrap it up." It's like, oh, But he had it wrapped up, and you told him to keep going.
Now, if only they would tell One Piece to wrap it up.
Unfortunately, that's impossible.
Meanwhile, Attack on Titan over here with the best strat of here's the last panel, guys.
Wait, Attack on Titan ended?
No, Attack on Titan. The author revealed the last panel at a convention.
Oh.
A year or two back. It's like, this is the last panel. This is where the story is definitively over. And it is the back of an adult. He's holding a child, and there's a speech bubble saying, "You are free."
Cool.
That's it. That will be the final panel of Attack on Titan, according to the author.
I dig it.
I dig it.
It's like the fucking confidence in this man.
The biggest dab on the publishers announcing the end of the story before the publishers do.
Here's the thing. I appreciate that the man apparently has an ending in mind.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, like, you look at Bleach, it's like, Aizen was clearly the ending, but they told him to keep going. You look at Dragon Ball, this was clearly meant to be the ending, but they keep telling Toriyama to escalate. You look at Naruto.
Toriyama
I think he had an ending in mind, but he was told to finish it in 6 months.
Yeah.
Or else.
And then you look at Ghost in the Shell standalone complex, and you're like, oh wow, I need that box of fucking tissues.
Standalone complex.
Hold on, I'm just gonna go cry for like the next 5 minutes.
Okay, thank you for clarifying for the audience.
Standalone complex was so fantastic, and I'm so sad that Netflix is gonna fuck it up when they make a new one.
Probably
Where's
the biggest.
The proof, sir?
Probably the biggest mistake I ever made was I binge watched. This is like back when I first started watching anime too, but I binge watched Ghost in the Shell standalone complex, so I was not fucking prepared for that ending.
No one is.
I need to get around to Ghost in the Shell at some point. You know what's a good binge watch? Trigun. That's a good binge watch.
Yeah, that
however,
that was another one I was not prepared for. That was
that one was like
that was not.
I didn't think I was gonna have a moment of like, am I crying at this funny man? They did a good job with those characters.
Yeah, I was just like, wow. I was not ready for this.
I think that was the first time I was ever like upset about a character being gone like that. It's like, oh wow, I'm actually upset.
Yeah.
Excuse me for a moment. I need to be upset.
Wow, honestly, it was that generation. Ghost in the Shell standalone complex, Trigun, fucking Cowboy Bebop.
Was in there.
Oh my god.
Chobits wasn't Chobits in there, Sneaky?
I mean, Chobits was that generation. The ending was actually kind of sad, to be honest.
Yeah, like I'm not
like,
gonna stand here and be like, Chobits was amazing.
And it was not an ending I expected from that kind of show. Another one.
Thing, right? The initial premise, it starts out really creepy. A lonely dude finds a robot in the dumpster.
Also, they're all sex dolls.
What?
Oh yeah, the Chobits, they're all sex dolls.
Yeah, I know.
And like personal computers and shit.
It's like,
And just like, I don't like where any of this is going. Of course, 13-year-old me, fucking completely oblivious to the sexual stuff, did not understand or even fucking notice it until it was pointed out to me like 2 years later.
Well, and here's the thing, right? Like, it's one of those things where I read the synopsis and I was like, I'm gonna just veer hard left from this. But then everybody was like, no, it's really good. I was like, you know what? I'll take a look at it. And apparently it's amazing, right? And like, apparently, see, now because I jokingly mentioned panty and stocking to someone.
Oh.
They're like, hey, this sounds really good. I was like, it's
I was gonna say,
it's a show.
That's most anime when you try to like recommend it to people. Just like, oh hey, this anime is really good. Oh cool, what's it about?
That's try explaining to someone who's like, I hear good things about Gintama, I should watch. Like, I don't know, man. That humor, I love Gintama, but that humor is really fucking off color.
Yeah.
Like, they push the boundaries with Shonen Jump.
Another one that I remember just being in out of fucking nowhere. I was not ready for this. Was Chibi Vampire.
Okay, no.
Was not ready for the direction that took.
We do not talk about that.
I mean, we're talking about it.
Have Max, Atin, have you either of you ever watched or read Chibi Vampire?
I think I've heard of it, but that's it. I know
it is a.
I don't want to spoil it because it was
presented as a slice of life with an adorable vampire.
Yes, that is exactly what it is.
It veers super hard at the end.
Yes. You should.
And stuff like that.
It's actually a really good way. Honestly, if I wasn't gonna get weird looks from people when I say that out loud and recommend it to people, I would recommend it to people. I genuinely think both of you should sit down and watch it. At minimum, watch it. I personally like the manga more, but the anime does a good job as well.
Like, there's so many anime and manga that just like.
So here's my thing. By the way, I'm gonna throw this out to Isley. Isley, is panty and stocking any good, or should I just keep someone from making a terrible mistake?
Panty and stocking is
No, listen. They read the synopsis. They're fully aware of what it is. This is a female, by the way, who's like, this sounds kind of interesting.
Well, here's the thing. If they watch it, then they have to know that we're never getting a sequel.
Oh yeah, living with the cursed knowledge of, oh, this thing I like is never getting a season 2.
just like No Game, No Life.
No, they promised Sneaky. They promised season 2.
So many people with that.
They promised season 2.
Cursed things that people don't want to hear.
You just scared Nosehair out for a second.
Never say that ever again.
Speaking of manga and anime, where you're like, wow, I wasn't expecting this turn. Like the last 20 volumes of Gintama out of 77 are just like, oh look,
yeah,
Sorachi. It's like Sorachi just wanted to prove that I can do a serious story. Fuck you people.
Oh yeah, no, Gintama has like the most fucking instant turns on a story I've ever seen. It's like, oh hey, it's really comedic, and then all of a sudden there's like actual fucking battles, and oh hey, one of the best characters is fucking dead.
I on one hand I kind of want to bring up Ranma 1/2. On the other hand, I kind of don't. But it's like,
why wouldn't you want to bring up Ranma?
The ending of Ranma 1/2, where they just straight shit killed some of the main cast, and it's just like, oh, and it wasn't even like in battle. It was like they drowned them, and I was just like, oh.
Didn't that like not stick though because like magic and some shit?
Yes, in the end, the whole main cast got to come back alive, and they had a whole happy ending and shit. But until that point where it was revealed they all got to come back alive, it was just a moment of like, oh. They just straight fucking killed some of the main cast in a terrible way.
Oh, good, they're just dead.
It's the spring of drowned Atin. It's like, oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, a lot of anime. Okay.
That always had some dark stuff in the background because of the spring of insert drowned whatever.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of stuff in, like, Japan, for some reason, like, always has to, like, if it's a comedy anime, if it's, like, a rom-com or whatever the fuck it is, like, always there's, like, at the end of the story, in, like 20 chapters, all of a sudden, shit just gets fucking real.
No, not anymore. In the older generation of stuff.
No, there's been some new stuff that does that too, but yeah, it is mostly like, I guess it would be like 80s, 90s, mid 2000s type of stuff that did that.
Okay, so part of it probably is that it comes from the fact that the author, if they want to get their story out, does have to do some pandering to get it noticed.
True.
And then they're finally given the okay to just, be a story.
Oh, hey, here's a story about monsters living in.
Thanks,
a story
Max.
about monster girls living at a school. Oh, hey, also, the Lord of all vampires is an eldritch abomination. Have fun.
See, Max, you just made me imagine just like mangaka, sitting there grumbling about having to pander, and then like some fucking underpaid intern runs in. Sir, we've gotten approval. He raises his head. His eyes begin glowing. Real shit time.
Real suffering.
Fucking just punches the page and panels appear.
You know what that is in effect? That's Rosario Vampire Part 2.
Oh
That's
god,
literally what I'm
yeah.
talking
Oh,
about.
you
That's
guys
literally
were
what I'm
expecting
talking
a
about.
really campy harem anime? No! It's like,
Okay, no.
Not
hold on a
anymore.
minute. If you watched
Okay.
season 1, why were you expecting a harem campy anime from season 2? Because if you saw season 1, like what the fuck?
No. Okay, listen.
No, season
No,
1.
Season 1 was slowly transferring into like your typical shonen, but still with the harem.
Like in the first 30 chapters,
No.
Firefox tries to kill them all, and also Medusa needs.
Okay, but it was done in a very campy style of him being incompetent, and during his incompetence, he would free Mocha, and Mocha would save the day. In like a kind of reversal of roles thing. And it was a very campy,
He won
borderline
in
hentai.
spite of being an idiot.
Yeah,
That's
it was very silly. It was a very silly story. And then nearing the end of season 1, they're just like, he's fucking dead now. They're fucking dead now. These people are dead now. Then season 2's like, you guys thought that was tough?
Sneaky,
Time for
you
some
get a body bag, You
genocide.
get a body bag,
No,
and you get a body bag.
Time for some mass death. It's like, what the
I
fuck?
want to remind you that season 2 went back to being kind of campy slice of life until like chapter 10. It's like,
Oh, well, yeah, well, yeah, season 2 started off with like, oh yeah, we're gonna go hang out at the hotel, and it's just like, fucking time for some downhill.
Time for downhill. Why does that sound like a Dark Souls message?
It's the Grand Canyon leading into the Mariana Trench time.
Alright, what did I tell you about dying on stream?
To only do it if I have my camera on.
Correct. So where's the fucking camera?
Off. That's where I'll stay.
Then quit
Anyway.
dying.
Naruto, touch my hand, and then I'll split your power in half and resurrect people with that, and then I'll send you on. And after I do all this, I'll literally just disappear from existence. And Chakra will also... Wait, what the fuck? If you touch my hand like we have before, I will be able
Hey now! This is a
to
Christian stream.
split what's left in half and use that to send you away from this universe with all of my power. This will result in my permanent disappearance in both spirit and physical matter, meaning Chakra will cease to exist. What?
That's pretty fucking specific.
What?
Bit rough, isn't it?
I understand. Naruto walked up to the sage and placed both palms in Hagoromomo's palms.
Hey, let me make this unilateral decision for the world so I can get my boyfriend back.
That's very Naruto-like.
I mean,
Hey.
you're right.
It's not.
Doesn't make it less heinous, but
It's not, though. A glow emitted because Sasuke's dead and he's not coming back. A glow emitted showing the energy being split, and in that instance, Hagoromomomomo unleashed the Fat Man upon the Japanese world.
I quit embellishing.
Look, he's talking about splitting energy, okay?
No,
Explained what was going on to happen in the next world. since Hagagormomomomo knew what world he was sending him to and what would transpire. What kind of fucking bullshit is this? Hey, yeah, I actually know what dimension I'm actually going to be sending you in, like, down to the very specifics of their entire history. Let me just tell you it. Oh, hey, thanks for, basically spoiling the plot of the entire story to me, but, good thing you didn't say that out loud in the narrative.
Brilliant.
I feel like that would actually be some good parody lines, yeah, of just parody of anything. Should be like, and then he said really important things, and then have the character respond with like, "Wow, those are very important things." But it's a good thing you didn't say those in the narrative yet, because we want the reveal of
Otherwise,
them
the
to
reader
be.
wouldn't stick around.
We want the reveal of them to be a lot more dramatic than what you just did to me.
Well, see, Sneaky, that's why I think, like, the best way to do it would be, wait, you mean what's gonna happen? To who? With a what? Oh my god! You didn't let the audience know, did you? They won't keep reading if you do.
They won't keep reading.
And I'm gonna have what?
How many inches?
Can I ask for a mulligan?
It's Guy Mulligan. Oh. Oh, that's a fucking awful joke. I'm not saying that out loud, but
Go
I am.
ahead. No, Sneaky.
I am gonna send it to Max.
Oh boy. Oh my god. I feel like you could make a short story on that and make like $50.
Naruto came to fruition.
Oh, hey, now that's not what we're talking about in this
Mm.
story, kids.
I don't think you're using the word the way you think you're using the word.
I don't think that word means what you think that it means.
The realization of something desired? No. Enjoyment derived from the use or possession? No. The condition of bearing fruit? I don't think so either.
Feel like they're leaving something off there, Sneaky.
What, do you want the Urban Dictionary definition?
God, no. I mean, self and be horrified at what the internet.
Oh. It's, Ah, yes, there we go. It took the third definition to get to the one you were thinking of.
Third definition?
Yes. The top definition is actually the actual definition. The second definition is the actual definition. And the third definition is sex. As most definitions are on Urban Dictionary.
It all gets there eventually.
Indeed. Anyway. He saw a bunch of weird-looking blue circles, and then a blue bar asking for his name and passcode. However, they disappeared, and it brought him straight to the town of beginnings. Everything had been made possible and unknown. Thanks to Hagoromomo. When he lifted up his palms, he noticed he didn't have the marks like the sage told him. In order to not alert the owner of the advanced illusionary world I'm sending you into, that's not how that works. No, that's...
To be fair, that's probably the best way to explain it to someone who has no idea what a goddamn computer is.
While that is true, you still can't send someone to an illusionary world. But that's not how that works.
I mean, yes.
Like,
But
you
can
can put
send them
someone...
to a cold, dark, and very gentle place.
You can put someone into an illusion, but you can't create an illusion and then teleport someone not in the illusion into the illusion without them, doing the steps to be affected by the illusion. Like, that's... No. I just... He, and the author said it himself, or yes, the author literally said it himself. Hagormo literally only has nature chakra left, doesn't have any of his powers left. But somehow, using only nature chakra and the Rinnegan, he was able to teleport Naruto into not just an alternate dimension where it's Naruto but things are a little bit different, but he teleported Naruto into a completely separate dimension where the entire Earth is different. Everything about the Earth is different. And not only did he teleport Naruto into this different dimension where everything about the planet is different from Naruto's world, he teleported Naruto into a game server on that world.
And it makes it sound like that's some kind of, logical consistency flaw or something. You hater.
Anyway. I'll have to make it so that you gain your abilities as you progress. That way you won't be like an anomaly or something. Okay, so Max, he went with your idea. Thanks a lot for giving it to him.
Which idea?
The one where the where quote unquote Cardinal, aka Hagormomo hacking Cardinal, to give Naruto the chakra skill.
I see.
Yeah. Naruto stepped forward and noticed more people. He also noticed weird things in his vision. What is this green bar? Why is my name next to it? He tried to toss it away. That makes no sense. You literally were just told you were going to an advanced illusion world. And you're like, what is this illusion appearing in my vision? I'm going to try and pick it up and throw it away from me. Oh, I can't grab it. What's going on? I don't know. Maybe it's a fucking illusion.
You can't just yeet your health bar, Naruto.
Havel disagrees.
Havel does not yeet his health bar. He yeets other people's health bars. Thank you very much.
Fair.
Havel cast yeet on backstabbing soul level 1.
I do like that we made a little comment about that, Max, where the thief tried to stab him in the back. He's like, my armor's literally made of rock. I don't know why you thought that would work. Grabs thief. Smash, smash, smash.
Yeah.
Because, like, if you really think about it, backstabbing shouldn't work on Havel. Like, at all. Because he's got a lot of overlapping rock armor. And then on top of that, he's using, like, metal chain and shit to hold it all
Look.
together.
Sneaky, you could have just said that Havel has rock-solid defense and called it a day.
I could, but that would have been too hard for me.
I suppose it is a bit of a stony pill to swallow.
You get
think
bolder
we
and
made a
bolder
magnet,
every day. Now he's
I'm sorry, what's going on?
Oh, come on!
I actually did that to someone at work today,
We were making Havel puns.
where they were talking to me, and then they turn away and they go, "Oh, I can't believe you're ignoring me." I just turn to them, I go, "Huh? What did you say?" They're like, "Stop that!" Anyway, so Naruto tries to swipe away his health bar and accidentally opens up the main menu. Somehow. And he's like, "Oh my god. Is this a genjutsu?" Yes! Yes it is!
You have to
Naruto!
get it out.
Naruto, I am sending you to an advanced genjutsu world. Okay. Arrives in world. Oh my god, what are these fucking things that I can't grab? Why are they in my vision? Are these genjutsus?
Are these the genjutsus them damn kids been talking about?
It's like you, not even like 5 seconds ago, were just told genjutsus. And like everything about this world and how it operates. And you're just like...
Is Naruto pants on head retarded? Find out next week, kids. The answer's yes.
So anyway, Naruto keeps trying to punch the menus out of the way, and people started laughing at him because he looked like an idiot trying to do that. And, Naruto turned to look at the guy with his eyes bloodshot and an insane smile on his face. Do I look like I'm okay? Who are you? You have the Sharingan to cast genjutsus on me that I can't release them. Okay, you know what?
Like, death threats
Actually, we have read enough of this story.
Sure?
I literally cannot handle that much concentrated retardation. I literally cannot do it. It is physically impossible for me to continue reading that story. Because it's like nothing the author said mattered. I know it's like, oh, Sneaky, it's fucking fanfiction, the authors always suck. Yeah, well, I kind of expected at least the consistency to last more than a paragraph, you know? Like, Hagoromo. Alright, Naruto, I am sending you to a world with advanced illusions. This is how the plot will go, these are the people involved, and this is how the powers work. Okay, old man, I understood all of that. Send me to the world now. Naruto in world 5 seconds later after this speech. Alright, I am in the world now. Oh, my powers are sealed. Okay, that checks out. Oh, what is this bar that I cannot grab? Why, is it still here? Oh my god, more things are appearing in my vision that I cannot grab. Why can't I punch them? Are these advanced illusions? In this advanced illusion world? That's literally what he did. Because apparently, in the span of like 30 seconds of like trying to punch the menus out of existence or something, his eyes became bloodshot and he went so insane he stopped being Naruto and just started acting like abridged Kirito. which I have to say is probably the thing I hate the most about the abridged Sal series, is that it has spawned a personality type that thousands try to replicate and can't, because they have not a fucking thumbtack of humor in their bodies.
What? And also, let's be fair. A large portion of what sells SAO abridged, like, don't get me wrong, Something Witty does fantastic
massive
writing, right?
visual,
Let's put that out of
massively visual medium, massively visual medium. Would
But
not be
also,
as nearly
their voice
fun
acting
anyways.
kills it.
Yes, yeah.
Like, Izzy and Carrie, fantastic job of somehow being the world's most dysfunctional couple.
Yes, they did a very good job with that, and it translates exceptionally poorly to writing, and for some reason...
Partially because a large amount of it is based on their, tone.
Well, yes, but even the jokes they're telling themselves are only funny in the medium they're being told in. I've seen people try and do the abridged Kirito jokes in writing, and even if I'm imagining, because of how distinctive the voice is, even if I'm imagining the voice in my head saying the jokes as I'm reading them, they still aren't nearly as funny, because the authors don't know what humor is at all. And like half the time they're just fucking copied and pasted from the abridged source. And it's just like, so not only do you not know what humor is, you also don't know what creativity is, you also don't know what writing is in general, because you're just trying to copy and paste the funny jokes just into your story randomly, because you think that makes the story funny. And you're just like a fucking NPC that goes, oh, ha 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 ha, that is humor, I laugh.
I'll kill you in your goddamn sleep.
It's not just what is said that is funny. It's how it's said, who it's said to, the situation, the pacing, all sorts of shit go into making a good joke. It is beyond painful to, and it's not even like the abridged Kirito personality type is just being applied to Kirito. They try to apply it to Harry and Naruto and other main characters that they think will somehow make them funnier. And it's like, it doesn't, because you aren't funny. Because you don't know how to write a joke, they aren't funny. You know, and this is a thing that I've said hundreds of times. I can actually say, Max, I can actually say I've said this hundreds of times now. Because we have like some 600 some episodes or some shit. 300 some episodes or some shit. So I can literally say hundreds of times now.
What was it I mathed out? Like 1900 plus hours?
Something like that, yeah. You cannot do in writing what you do not know in life. You will never be able to describe how a gun operates in a book if you do not know how a gun actually operates in your real life. You will never be able to write jokes if you don't know how to be funny in real life. And admittedly, you know, you could point to Scrubs and House and Grey's Anatomy, where it is a very skewed idea of how a hospital operates. And, I mean, you know, sort of duh, obviously, especially in the case of, like, Scrubs and Grey's Anatomy. One's a parody.
Scrubs, where it's like, hey, you want to go bang in a closet? Yeah!
It's a parody slice of life story, while Grey's Anatomy is done for the drama. But, I mean, House actually got it fairly accurate. There's some really boring jobs. Some doctors really hate doing them. There's lots of paperwork and restrictions involved. I mean, of course, in the show, House always manages to just talk his way around them, which does not happen when it comes to bureaucracy. But there's lots of fucking paperwork, lots of tests, lots of restrictions, lots of red tape. You can't just do anything, and so I mean I give credit to the writers in where they acknowledged that stuff is stuff that exists, but also were like, for the sake of the show, House can just talk his way around it.
Because otherwise, we'll be here all month.
Yeah, basically. And also, House could never take place in any country besides America. Because, a heart stint, for example, it takes 90 minutes to get a heart stint approved in America. It takes 8 months to get it approved by the NHS in Britain. Even if you need it immediately, it takes 6 months. Like, if you have a heart attack and the doctors sit there and go, oh wow, you're gonna die if you don't get a heart stent, we can schedule you for in 6 months for one. In America, it's like, oh wow, hey buddy, your heart attack was pretty bad. We can get you in for a heart stent right now, actually, if you want one.
And if you don't, well, that is your decision. You are waiving sound medical advice. We will not be responsible for your death. Have a pleasant week.
Sign here, here, and here. America!
America, you want to die? That's your choice. But sign the release first.
Sign the release forms, please. But, you know, so, you know, kudos to the writers, but you can't write what you don't know. It's like the countless times we've seen people on this website try and write, like, cool characters, and they just come out as, like, sociopathic fucking nut jobs. Because that person doesn't know how to interact with their peers, and they don't know what's considered cool by their peers, because cool is not something that you define, it's something your peers define collectively.
Also, they may be sociopathic nut jobs.
Yeah, also they're sociopathic nut jobs, so when they think that they're doing something which would be defined as cool, it actually comes off to everyone else as the creepy weirdo is laughing to himself again as he shakes.
Like, I wore my black trench coat to school. I'm cool.
You know...
Like, listen, there was one kid in my grade, I knew him, he bought himself a replica Organization 13 jacket, and he wore it because he thought it was cool. He recognized nobody else thought it was cool, except for, you know, a bunch of nerds.
Right.
But he didn't care because he thought it was cool.
Right. Exactly.
But he recognized that there were lots of people who would just think he was a weirdo with a kind of interesting trench coat, at best.
I mean, a lot of the stuff I wore in high school was because
You
of
were
what
a hobo.
Well, no, I actually lived in a home provided by my parents in high school. I mean, yeah, they put me in the basement and they never got rid of the mold or the dampness causing the mold, but that's a different story.
You only dressed like a hobo. I apologize.
No, actually, they forced clothes on me in high school. Constantly gave me more new clothes, and they're like, you need to update your clothes. I was like, why the fuck do I need to update my clothes? My old shirts work just fine. But then, you know, my stepmom would come in and constantly just throw out shirts of mine. I mean, yeah, she would give it to Goodwill and wouldn't just toss it in the trash, but still, she'd be like, "Oh, I gotta empty your closet because it's getting full again." It's like, yeah, because you guys keep giving me like American Eagle clothes and shit that I don't fucking wear because I hate American Eagle.
What, did she think you were a girl or something? You needed to update your wardrobe every 6 months.
I mean, probably, I don't know. She just likes controlling everything, so controlling what I dressed like probably was up there. But that's not the point. Like, for example, I rode my bike to school some days. So I had black leather fingerless biking gloves. So I would wear them sometimes. I had a fisherman's vest because I used all the pockets to store various things because I was like, well, I don't need my backpack to carry around a bunch of pens and like this one sheet of homework for that one class. I can just put that into a pocket. So I wore a fisherman's vest because it had lots of pockets. I wore cargo shorts for the exact same reason. I wore steel-toed boots because I was constantly outside doing manual labor with large chunks of wood and stone, so I didn't want to drop that on my fucking foot. Yes, the fedora was the cool thing, but that was more because meme than anything else. And the fact that I actually got away with it would just encourage me to wear it more. Because I literally, before I wore the fedora, I went to my principal and was like, hey, principal, I have this fedora here and I really want to wear it in school. Would that be, like, fine? And he's like, well, considering the fact that you have come to me and asked me this and literally no one else has ever done so, sure, fuck it.
I love the idea of the principal being like, you know what? For the one kid who asked first, yeah, I was gonna say, that's like when Bethesda said that the one guy who had, what was it? It was like 1 million bottle caps or something. They were like, you get to buy it with bottle caps.
Yeah, it's like, okay, this is actually out of the ordinary and kind of impressive, so you know what? Fuck it, sure, we'll accept it. And yeah, he was just like, okay, you know what? You know, he literally no one has ever tried this method before, so fuck it, sure.
You are the first and the only one who will get this.
Yeah, pretty much. It was good times, but you know, but from the outside, I looked very edgy because I also got Oakley sunglasses because my uncle was sponsored by Oakley because he skied professionally. So he had a shit ton of Oakley stuff, and he would just give it to us constantly. So I had like 3 pairs of Oakley glasses, and from the outside, I was this kid with black leather fingerless gloves, wearing steel-toed boots, Oakley sunglasses, a fedora, cargo pants, and a fisherman's vest. And I don't know how I looked from the outside. Apparently, everyone thought I was going to murder the whole school. And I also looked perpetually pissed off, but you know, I was tired as shit. But I definitely didn't wear the items because I thought they were cool. I wore them initially because I wanted to use the utilities of those items, such as protecting my hands, protecting my feet, and pockets.
Okay, so Max will get this, but Max, all I can think of now is Wooly playing through Coder.
Max?
Gotta be honest, I'm not gonna get that because I didn't watch that.
Wooly named Revan Pockets, and he played Darkseid, and it was all about filling his pockets with credits.
Anyway, so this is gonna be our story to close out the night.
I suppose.
Oh, could not close out the night.
Which is honest.
Which, by the way, side note, if you lean into it, the Darkseid playthroughs in Coder are some of the most fun you will ever have being evil, because the BioWare writers...
They're hilarious, yeah.
They turned it to 11. They went full comic book evil.
Also, mass force choke was the easiest way to beat the game in its fucking existence.
Nah, dude, Mass Force Lightning.
Well, you just do both. Mass force choke, mass force lightning, everyone's died.
If you were on the light side, you could take Stasis Field, or you could take Force Wave, which does damage and does Stasis Field's job.
Yeah.
By the way, I want to point out, I know Stasis counts as a light side power. It's really one of the most dark side things there is. So I paralyzed their brain, and then I stabbed them.
Well, I mean, if you ever do a light side playthrough, the only thing that ever comes close when you do light side is you just forego Jedi powers entirely, go double blasters and crit shot. Also rapid fire, and you're just like...
Oh, Master. No, but I mean, if you want damage, obviously you pick Knight. You get... well, no, I was gonna say, you don't actually have to start out as Knight. You want to start out as a Sentinel, because they get better skill progression.
Mhm.
Then you master class into the Knight, into the Warrior class, because then you can get the max rank of dual wielding,
Yes,
which
yep.
actually gives you a bonus
To dual
if you're
wielding,
dual
yeah.
wielding.
Yeah,
And then, of course,
it's
you
so
still
dumb.
use the short lightsaber in the offhand.
So fucking dumb.
Oh, the damage! No, well, sneaky. And then, of course, then you've got Night Speed with Master Flurry for is it 6? Yeah, it's 6 attacks per round
Yeah.
with no penalties.
So fucking dumb.
It is the best.
Oh god. But anyway, so the final story of the night, to close out what has been a fucking train wreck of a show, is Dragon Blade, which is a Bleach My Hero Academia crossover
No. Why?
with a cringy ass profile picture. Hitsugaya Toshiro is in another sticky situation. He is stranded across dimensions without a way home, and he'll do anything to return. Even turn to crime. Or give a guy a handy.
Hey, whoa.
But the UA, and a kind, green-haired boy won't let him side with the villains, because no matter what happens, because every broken soul deserves healing. No, I don't think Izuku has too much issue kicking the shit out of villains.
He does it quite frequently. In fact, he routinely hits them with punches that he knows can break bones.
Yeah. Izuku's really not the redemption hero you're making him out to be. He's very much, I'm gonna be the symbol of peace. Using the American definition of peace.
Peace through superior firepower. And I know I've said it before, but all credit to the English All Might voice actor for the fact that him shouting things like Texas Smash doesn't sound ridiculous.
Yes, yeah, I do give him credit for that. But, someone made this joke earlier on a story I was reading. HK47 was involved too. And HK47's like, excuse me, Master. Are you making an army? If so, I wholeheartedly approve. And the main character goes, HK47, please, we live in a civilized time. This is an aggressive peacekeeping force.
I'm sorry, what story was this?
It's called Overkill.
Ah.
It's a worm Star Wars crossover post Golden Morning with
Can you please send that to me?
I can. And it even does the language thing where Taylor can't speak any of the languages in Star Wars.
Good.
And so she
Good.
has to rely on HK to translate everything, and HK translates everything with HK flair.
HK-47 is not the person you want translating.
Like, she'll be like, HK, tell them I want my cuffs off. He's like, meat bags, my generous master has demanded that you remove her cuffs, or she shall remove your heads. It's like... It's fucking great, man. The author does an amazing job capturing HK-47.
That's tough. By the way, I know that doesn't sound difficult, but it really is because most people just write him as a murderous asshole.
Which he is.
He is.
But his dialogue is very difficult. I just got pinged by Andros. The author has also apparently written a story, Bleach only, called Transition Period. The 12th Division...
Oh my god, I read this summary and I hate it.
The 12th Division has yet again thrown a wrench into Hitsugaya Toshiro's life. But gender bending isn't really a bad thing when you've been genderqueer for 20 years. The problem is that it has awakened Oyomu's true power, a power that the royal family will kill to get. Now all he has to do is decide which is more important, his safety or being herself. Hitsugaya times Ichigo. 43 chapters, only 400 favorites. In the Bleach section.
Good.
Whew.
Good.
Whew. Some fucking wounds on that one, damn. Also, why is that guy stepping on fish?
Because he's trying to get to the power box, Sneaky, of course. And they wonder how people wonder how coronavirus gets spread. Like, here's the problem with that, right? The guy who works in the store is like, oh yeah, let me just pull the fish you've been stepping on off. No! You need to pull literally every single one of those fucking fish because you can't be sure which ones he stepped on with fucking shit shoes.
Yeah, wow. That is, that's something alright. Anyway, post the TYB war? TYBW war? TYBW? I mean, there's the Winter War. What's the TYBW war? Oh, is that what is that the fan fiction that happened after the story finished? That's probably it.
Maybe.
Yeah. PTSD slow updates. This is my first foray into My Hero Academia.
I wish it had been year 0 with 4A.
Yeah. There will be heavy manga references. Please provide feedback. I would greatly appreciate it. I'm posting this one as a teaser. Oh, the 1,000-Year Blood War. Okay. Yeah, that's the fan fiction after the official story ended. Be right back, Nosehair says after he's been quiet for the past hour.
Honestly, you don't need to hurry back.
I think he forgot he muted himself and has been talking
Hustle.
this whole time. He's done that
Hustle.
before, like a lot.
Yes.
Especially on stream. I think that's the funniest shit ever is he goes out and he streams alone and sometimes he forgets to unmute himself
Yes.
alone on his stream.
He does not know. Does he? Really?
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah.
He has.
Like one time I was like, "Oh, what does he do?" Because he said something in the Discord chat about what he was doing on stream. So I clicked the play button to see what he was up to, and he wasn't saying anything. And I popped into the voice chat because he was in the voice chat, and he's talking a bunch. I'm like, "Dude, I can't hear your audio." And he's like, "What do you mean you can't hear my audio?" I'm like, "Your audio is not on your stream." And like 20 minutes later, he's like trying to poke everything to try and figure out what's going on. He's like, "Oh, I forgot I left myself muted." It's like, oh my god. Like even I don't make those mistakes anymore.
No, you just mute your co-hosts.
About it?
What's that, Nosehair? You like small children?
No, I'm just calling you a massive cunt.
Yes. I agree with you. It was your average day in... Oh, sorry, hold on. People had always theorized the possibility of alternate dimensions, of realities.
No, we haven't.
I mean...
We
We
really
haven't theorized it. We've all been there. Have you not?
Of realities involving things they could only imagine, like a world without Islam. Yes, powers even beyond quirks, but few had believed them to be real until now. No, you know what? Honestly, I think having a world with superpowers in it, such as Worm or My Hero Academia, or living in the Marvel universe or the DC universe, I think that would legitimately really stunt manga and comics and all that stuff, because there's already real life examples of those sorts of powers, so the people would be a lot more discriminating when it comes to what they'll accept and what they won't accept in a comic, because they'll be like, "Oh, well, that doesn't happen in with Blank's powers, so how that's silly that it happens here." And I feel like that'd be really actually restricting in terms of what you could and couldn't get away with. Like, well, I say that because I see a lot of fan fiction reference like the vibrant comic community because real life superheroes were a thing, and I'm just like, actually, it'd be the opposite, you know?
I mean, Venture Brothers kind of does that, where like comic books are still a thing, but there's that whole like
The fact that
superhero
superheroes
society.
and villains exist.
Yeah, like Jack Kirby apparently still exists, Stan Lee still exists, all that stuff.
Like, I just also feel like it would be way less interesting to go down and read a comic about, like, a hero fighting a villain when you can turn on tonight's news and see a hero fighting a villain. Like, why would you go and pay money for shit you can just look up on YouTube? You know?
I mean, for one, it's less. Oh, hey, you can like root for the villains and vote for the heroes instead of being vilified.
Implying that isn't done in real life already on the internet.
Okay, no, but like, I meant in real life. Like, you would go to see a movie of a cool villain and a cool hero or something like that. That's my point. Like, yeah, you can talk all the shit you want about Hitler being right on the internet.
Jesus.
That was
Sorry, I'm
that was
allergic to
fucked.
bullshit. Anyway, go on. Interesting point. Well done, Nosehair. It was an average day in Tokyo when it finally happened. A gate opened up, and Roman soldiers stormed out. Wait, sorry, wrong story.
Mm-hmm.
In Tokyo when it happened, a young child was clapping her hands as a gate opened up, and oh wait, no, we're in the right story. As a gate opened up, and a young child fell out of it. Well, that's a weird turn. Anyway, so blah blah blah. Pros. The girl had a quirk, and it was a quirky quirk. And she's energy, and the policeman had to come and arrest her. And they stopped by the local government building where her father registered the quirk as can create humanoid helpers out of light. But her quirk, as uncontrollable as it was, had repercussions that she would be unaware of. For you see, her father was incorrect. She was not creating the energy people, she was summoning them. And when her power had run wild for the first time, it had summoned a creature from across worlds. A creature powerful and jaded beyond the like of any hero.
Why is it that it's always jaded? Why can't they just be happy-go-lucky, guys? Come on.
I mean, it's Toshiro, so...
Oh,
He's-
well, then understandable, then.
Anyway, so Toshiro felt like he took a Harry Potter portkey, and he just shattered the dimensional barriers, and then he landed in My Hero Academia.
And nobody cared.
And that's it. That's the end of the chapter.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah, it was a super short chapter. It was supposed to be a hook, and the author even told us as such in the author's note that it was supposed to be a hook. And so far, the only thing that I'm hooked on is phonics. Not sorry for that
Good
joke.
thing to be hooked on.
I'm not sorry for that joke at all.
You shouldn't be. LeVar Burton is proud of you, Sneaky.
He should be. I donated to his campaign.
Everyone donated to that man's campaign.
That's a fair enough point. Shame it didn't go anywhere. Still, I got to feel good about myself. That's what really matters at the end of the day.
Yes.
Anyway, so yeah, no, this is a I'm not gonna say a correct prologue. It's an attempt at a correct prologue. Oh, at least you tried to explain why Hitsugaya ends up in the My Hero Academia verse when previously no Shinigami or Hollow could have ever ended up there before. You know, because there's a lot of stories that have this bullshit where it's like, oh well, no one's ever tried, and that's how they ended up there. It's like, really? That's your excuse? The ever hungry Hollows never tried to get into a world the Shinigami don't go to?
Well, maybe there was some like secret pact that they made with the other worlds to never invade them or something like that.
See, that's even stupider.
Why
But
do you think I said it like that?
because you're a retard.
No, because I was being sarcastic, you cunt.
But it just doesn't draw my attention at all. Yeah, so Hitsugaya gets port keyed back. It's a pretty shit quirk power if all it can do is summon things, but it can't dismiss them or put a time limit on the summon, or control them. That's another really key important thing there, is it apparently only summons. It can't control or dismiss. Because if it could dismiss, Hitsugai could just be sent back. And if it could control them, then Hitsugai wouldn't be searching for a way to get back.
I'm sorry. Holy shit! A Thai Airway crew put a Chinese woman in a headlock after she allegedly deliberately coughed on a stewardess.
This is completely acceptable. She should be thrown out of the plane as it's taking off.
Okay.
I mean,
That's not something we should be saying
Sneaky,
on stream.
you should be figuring out if she actually coughed on them.
No.
Before you do that.
Nah. But yeah, so it's a really
Amazing
garbage
color commentary here.
hook. Not very interesting. The explanation as to why Hitsugai is showing up is while a good attempt, it's leaves actually some really major plot holes in just the whole idea of it. She apparently summons creatures with this power. Creatures she can't control or dismiss. You know, that just seems like a really poorly planned power. And yeah, I understand the whole, oh, well, people don't get to choose their powers sort of thing. But, as Monsters, Inc. once said, put that thing back where it came from.
Or so help me.
Or so help me indeed.
It's part of the new play that they're doing.
I
like
see.
I love how the DVD edition actually put the play on screen at one point.
Yeah. It's a post-credit scene where they actually have the play. It's fucking great.
All right. Anyway, it's 8 o'clock.
Yeah, it's
We're
8.
free from this
well, I
curse.
mean, technically speaking, it's 9 o'clock on my time, which is the important time, being that we are the Eastern Coast and therefore first.
East Coast.
Anyway, this is a shocker. We're actually ending the stream at 9 o'clock. I know some of you may not be prepared for such an occurrence, but it is happening anyway. So, that means I have to do my outro. My outro being, go forth, my flock. And, I would normally tell you to tell the people about this podcast to try and get them to view it as well. But being that 99.9% of you don't fucking show up anyway normally, I feel like telling you to go get other people to show up is a step too far on the progress chain. The first progress chain part is having you guys show up, and then we can work on having other people show up. So, let's get that gold star, folks. How to lose your audience in 5 seconds.
Alright, anyway.
I will see you all next time at 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because we are off to EDT. It is the time of the farmer now.
Oh shit, it is?
Did you forget the daylight save times happened? That was Sunday, you idiot.
Yeah.
That explains why it was so light out recently.
Yes. So we will see you all next time on Friday, because, of course, we will always be here for it. There is always more, and it always gets worse.